Welcome back to the Sports Show. Time to turn our attention to bowls now, and Brooke Fogden's been good enough to give us a bit of his time. Brooke, how are you?
Good, thanks, Phil. Hey.
Let's start with the Millswood Bowls Club. You're a member of it. It looked like it was on the brink of falling over. You've been able to, I imagine, with a group of other people, bring it back, and now it's one of the biggest social bowls clubs in Adelaide. What did you do?
Mate, we basically just got people behind the community. We got on the local street and got all the support and everyone in the local area basically to get behind the bowls club and turn it around. We had folded and we turned it around and now we're got lineups for people trying to get in. So it's been an amazing turnaround the last 3 or 4 years. Yeah. So
to make it sound interesting, we just went out and got some people off the street and we walked down up and posted some things in some letterboxes. It's much more complicated than that.
Yeah, true.
So a group of let's say how many guys and women got together to say we need to save the club? Well,
initially it was just myself and another guy who's now the president, Nick Myers, and we just walked the street and we knocked on every local shop along Goodwood Road to see if they could support. This is mainly for the raffle, but we also wanted sponsorship to get in behind the club. We had no money in the bank. We were flat broke. We just needed to turn around. We thought, well, if we don't get the bowls night hours up and running, then we're not going to have any money. So we need to generate some income, and we thought that was the best way of doing it. From there, it's just turned into a
Okay, so you're nearly a politician, mate, pounding the beat and knocking on doors. When did it start to go, this is starting to pay off? The first year, the second year? When did you think, hey, this is really starting to
Well, the first year we were hoping to get say 18 to 20 teams out there. I think we averaged about 16. The year before we only had 6 teams out there, so no one was really enjoying night hours. We loved it, but unfortunately there was something that wasn't happening right, so we just basically did a bit of a shake-up, got a bit of music on, got the sausage sizzle going, got steak sandwiches and hot dogs, and we got word, people got word of what was happening out there, and they all wanted in, and now we've full and we can't fit any more in.
So we don't need to go to the website and get involved, mate. We can't do that for you.
No.
Hey, mate, you've had an interesting life. And we were just talking before we came on here. You were a contestant on House Rules.
Yeah.
We went through that. But just recently, you walked Kokoda for the Little Heroes Foundation.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with Little Heroes to start with? Was that out of the footy Westies Glenelg days?
That was, obviously a bit of a football background, but the Little Heroes actually asked me to play in the slowdown, so they thought I was reasonably fit enough, and obviously, a little bit thinner than some of the players that are out there, or a little bit fitter, so...
Don't know if that'd be really hard.
So I put my hand up, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought, after the slowdown, I thought, I'd really love to do the Kokoda, because they sort of planted the seed in my head, and they were going to do the 10th year anniversary of the first time they did the Kokoda Track, the Little Heroes, and I thought it's something I've always wanted to do, I got involved and raised some funds out at the Bowls Club, raised over $7.5 grand for the Little Heroes, and so I got to do the Kokoda Track. It was, once in a lifetime opportunity.
Hey, Brooke, a lot of people have it on their bucket list, or they talk about it. Did you have an idea before you left of what you were expecting, and was it the same when you went on it?
Look, I'd read a few books, and obviously that was all war history, and then, not knowing much about Papua New Guinea, but I suppose I went in with an open mind, really, and I knew it'd be hard, and I knew it'd be tough. It was very tough, not only physically, but mentally. It sort of got me on a few of the days, knowing that what, the diggers had gone through, and being on the track where they'd sort of fought and died and whatever. It was, very emotional.
What was the part that, other than the emotive side of it, what stuck with you? I mean, I've spoken to other people that said they've walked it and there's an aeroplane wing over there and there's a bomb that might not have gone off over there, and you've got to pretty much stay on track. You can't wander off. What stuck with you?
I think actually knowing that we were on the track, that all the fuzzy wuzzies had, carted out injured soldiers, and the fact that the track's only this wide and they've, there's a cliff face here and a cliff face here, and you think, how the hell did they get these guys out? You actually really start to think, it was just near impossible just walking it, let alone trying to carry someone out of there. But I think what stood out for me, was Isarava, just the the 4 monument stones there, which were actually carved from rock here in South Australia, and endurance, courage, sacrifice and mateship is where a major battle happened, and it really got me there. It was quite emotional there.
People talk about they're the 4 pillars that the Hawthorn Footy Club use as well.
That's
Clarkson
right,
has his boys go through that as well. So could you see that as something footy clubs should do? Or any sporting club should embark on that?
Oh, I can't stress enough how important it is to our history, obviously, but the fact that if you ever had the chance to do it, I can't vouch for it enough. It's just amazing, amazing experience. 9 days of torture, but at the same time, it was so amazing just to be there and go through what. You can't imagine, I suppose. Yeah, really.
Yeah, people are sitting at home now and they're watching us chat about it and they go, it wouldn't be too hard, I'll just walk the Kokoda Track. But you're not just walking, you've got to carry all your gear as well. I mean, I know when Cornsey did, he had a couple of other people carry stuff for him, but that's Cornsey.
I think he had
10. He had a lot.
Yeah.
For you, what do you reckon you were carrying? Everything? You have to carry everything?
I had my mind made up. I don't know whether it was stubbornness or whatever, but I wanted to do it with my own backpack. So I packed pretty light. Some others actually had a porter. God bless their souls, because I don't think you'd get through some of them without a porter. They are amazing people. But I went with my backpack, and I'd actually done a little bit of work up at Lofty, but that doesn't prepare you for what you're about to go through. It's so slippery, muddy, hot, humid. It was.
The rain, was it?
It rained 2 nights that we were there, which I think was good compared to a couple of trips before where they were saying it just basically rained the whole time. So this time of the year is it's leading up into obviously the wet season. So it wasn't so bad when we were there, but I'd hate to be on there when it was really, really wet.
They talk about, and other people have done, I've talked about taking their kids at some stage for the experience and the bonding. You've got 2 young kids, a 10 and a 7-year-old. Could you see yourself taking the trek with them? The wife may not be so inclined to go, but would it be a great experience for a 17, 18-year-old? Yeah,
I think it's would be an amazing bonding experience with your own siblings. I said that I'd probably never do it again, but a reason like that would probably.
You'd never do it again because you've ticked it off.
I think it's one of those once in a lifetime things, and I think it was just that amazing. I mean, the bloke that was our tour leader, that was his 9th one for the year. So I don't know how he does it 9 times. He's a fit bugger, but if you had the opportunity to do it with your family, or I wish that I'd probably done it with a close mate or a couple of close mates. I think that would have been amazing. But the group of people that we did it with 20 different people that had raised money for the Little Heroes Foundation, and all of us just got along so well. It was, amazing bonding experience. Yeah.
I don't know how you fit this in. Wife, 2 kids, work a job, been on house rules in the Little Heroes Foundation. You're on the Mental Health Commission and Beyondblue. Yeah. Do you sleep at all?
I try to sneak some in. While I'm on the job, that is.
Hey, mate, tell us a bit about the Beyondblue, because there seems to be a greater recognition now of depression. When it was mentioned before, people went, just get over it. There seems to be a change in the way people think about that now and how they should help those people that have got it.
I think it's actually turning around. People are actually becoming more aware that mental illness is a real problem, and it affects a lot of people in different ways. And I'm just so glad. Obviously, through the show, I was crying on national television, and at the time I thought, oh no, this is going to be showed to all my mates, and they're all going to think, what the hell? But since I've been back and I've had support and encouragement from a lot of friends, a bit of ribbon here and there, but Silky Brookie and Soggy Foggy and all that. But
I make a note of those 2 things.
But I've found it to be quite amazing just to know and meet people that have had different experiences with mental health and actually got over it. I just did a speakers night recently with Bill Stockman, and his story's quite unbelievable compared to what I went through. But I was just a different sort of mental illness or mental struggles compared to what he's been through. But yeah, it's very prevalent out there, and obviously the more awareness that's made of it, I think, and the more that people are talking about it and making it known that, you know, hey, it's okay to talk, it's okay to let it off your chest and, you know, grab a mate, or, you know, just let them know that you're there for them if that's what needs to happen. So, yeah.
You came from Westies, you played at Westies in Glenelg, and there has been more of that coming out in footy now. You know, if you said it before, then you were a Sheila, mate, you know, there's something wrong with you. Now there seems to be much more focus by the clubs getting around them. So there has been big developments from that side too.
Oh, absolutely, and I think the AFL's right behind it, because what's the average lifespan of an AFL footballer?
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. And they've devoted all their junior life to play AFL football. They last 3 years and then they don't know what to do after that. And they haven't thought about anything else but football. So, you know, they do probably go through depression or mental illness, and that's fair enough too, because they haven't really thought about anything else. They wanted to be an AFL footballer all their life, and that's all they knew. So, but that's just one side of things, you know, work life. You know, there's so much pressure that goes through work life, and you know, deadlines, and you know, so it affects people in different ways. But I think the more that we are aware of, you know, it out there, the better off that the whole community will be as well.
Yeah, hey Brooke, great to catch up with you. You can't join the Millswood Bowl Club social because they're full. You can get on the little Heroes and Beyondblue, and if you want to walk Kokoda, give Brooke a call and he'll tell you not to. Hey, appreciate you coming in, mate.
No worries.
Stay with us. Still more to come.
Thanks, Phil.